Welcome to Timekeeping. This show will attempt to chronicle year-by-year changes to the Walt Disney World Resort, from the excitement of a new ride opening to the minutia of a store changing names. Join us as we count down to the 50th anniversary of the vacation kingdom of the world. 2002 was a rough year for Walt Disney World, and while 2003 began in the same shadows as that year, things began to improve by the end. New attractions and new nighttime spectaculars would dominate the year. Hotel operations were somewhat back to normal, and while some expansion was still put on hold, a large new resort hotel would open. At the Magic Kingdom, Goofy's Country Dancin' Jamboree would take over the Diamond Horseshoe Saloon in July. Food was no longer served, and the seating was removed on the lower level. A cowgirl, Miss Sarah Jo, would start the show with a few songs before being joined on stage by Goofy. Chip and Dale would then appear on the balcony before coming down to the stage. Woody, Jessie, and Bullseye from Toy Story would then join them. All the while, guests were encouraged to dance along, square dancing style on the main floor. Songs included the Electric Slide, of course, Cotton Eye Joe, and the Goofy Two-Step. For that holiday season, a Christmas version of the show was even presented. Mickey's Philharmagic opened in Fantasyland on October 8th. The 3D film served as a spiritual successor to the original show that took home in the theater, the Mickey Mouse Revue. The premise of the film is a concert conducted by Maestro Mickey Mouse, but Donald inadvertently causes havoc after angering the animated instruments while taking Mickey's sorcerer hat. The audience follows Donald through The Little Mermaid, Fantasia, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, Peter Pan, and Aladdin as he searches for Mickey's sorcerer's hat. The show features a disappearing proscenium, ultra-widescreen formatting, water effects, and smells. At the time, it was the largest seamless 3D projection on Earth. Guests would exit next to and be encouraged to enter the new Fantasy Fair shop, which was tied into the new show. On September 21st, it was announced that over in Tomorrowland, after years of complaints that the attraction was too scary for children, the extraterrestrial alien encounter would close forever on October 12th. A replacement attraction was not yet announced. While the Fantasy in the Sky fireworks saw changes over the years, it had essentially been the same show for over 30. It was replaced by Wishes, a magical gathering of Disney dreams, on October 9th. The show starts with a narrator discussing wishes, as a children's choir sings Starlight, Star Bright. Next comes When You Wish Upon a Star and narration by Jiminy Cricket. Tinkerbell would then soar above the castle. We would then hear the various Disney characters making their wishes with snippets of songs from their films. Jiminy would return and Go the Distance would begin to play. Once Upon a Dream, Beauty and the Beast, and Jiminy singing When You Wish Upon a Star, followed by Friend Like Me and The Sorcerer's Apprentice, all would have segments before a villain segment led off by the Evil Queen would take over the castle. The Blue Fairy would come in to save the day and take over the narration, ending the show with the Wishes theme song. While the show didn't yet have projection mapping on the castle, colored lighting and rooftop launch fireworks were a major part of the show. The new Fantasyland launchers were coordinated with the launch area north of the park from a control booth in the northeast corner of the central hub. The show featured 683 fireworks tied to 557 individual computerized cues. Fantasy in the Sky had been running manual cues until August 23, 2003. At Epcot, Mission Space began to soft open in June and officially opened on August 15th. The ride had only one intensity when it first opened. The ride itself was essentially a simulator of a simulator, though this didn't lessen the intensity much. Guests would be split into teams of 4, each giving an assigned job: pilot, commander, navigator, or engineer. They were told by Gary Sinise that they would be experiencing astronaut training for a mission to Mars. Once the briefing was over, guests would then board their individual capsules and partake in the mission. Each position would be prompted to press certain buttons along the way, though nothing different would happen if they failed to do so. Once guests successfully landed on Mars, after encountering a meteor shower and overshooting the landing strip, they exit through the Advanced Training Lab post-show area and the Cargo Bay gift shop, but not before hearing that wonderful Destiny theme song that's since been removed. The Advanced Training Lab, including the Space Race, a team-based video game, the Space Base, an interactive crawl play area, and the Expedition Mars video game. There was also Postcards from Outer Space, a blue screen video postcard that could be emailed home. In Innoventions East, the Communication Dream Forum closed on May 1st, and the Mission Space Launch Center closed with the opening of the attraction. The Underwriters Laboratories Test the Limits Lab opened. Over in World Showcase, Tin Toy Stories, made in Japan, opened with over 350 tin toys on loan from TV personality Tsurushia Kitahara. The Tapestry of Dreams Parade completed its run and closed forever in March of 2003. Over at the Disney MGM Studios, apart from the Sorcerer's Hat now functioning only as a pin shop with the removal of the kiosks, there were no notable changes to the park. However, to coincide with the opening of the Haunted Mansion live-action movie, a behind-the-scenes experience was presented. Over at Disney's Animal Kingdom, the only notable addition in October was a butterfly exhibit that opened at Rafiki's Planet Watch. At the Polynesian Resort, refurbishments of the original longhouses continued and the luau was updated. After 2 years of delay, Disney's Pop Century Resort opened on December 14th. While featuring 2,880 rooms, the resort was only half of the original plan. While the classic years of the 1950s through the 1990s opened, the legendary years of the 1900s to the 1940s were put on indefinite hold despite construction having already started. Each decade consists of 1 to 3 T-shaped buildings featuring oversized elements of the decade, including Rubik's Cubes, cell phones, 8-track tapes, jukeboxes, and more. As far as Disney characters are concerned, you can find Lady and the Tramp, Roger Rabbit, and characters from The Jungle Book. The Classic Hall main building contained the Everything Pop store as well as food court. It also backed onto the main Hippy Dippy pool and the Pedals Pool Bar. The bowling pin and computer pools were placed in the 1950s and 1990s sections respectively. 2003 was the beginning of a reawakening at Walt Disney World. External events had challenged the resort in a way it had never seen, at least since the gas crisis of the 70s. While the resort was riding a wave of momentum with a new resort hotel, 2 shows that would become fan favorites, and a new e-ticket attraction, the latter of these would start to become problematic by 2004. However, other changes would also be on the horizon. Well, time sure flies. If you're enjoying this jump from time to time with us, please hit the like button and subscribe for more great content. Be sure to hit the notification button so you never miss an episode of Timekeeping. To support this show and others, you can join the WDWNT Inner Globe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. If you're looking for the perfect gear to wear for the world's most magical celebration, check out carouselofproducts.com. We'll see you real soon here on Timekeeping.